On the internet and the forum and various places, there is a term called a car-based program that seems to come up frequently, and there seems to be some assumption that this is a program that some people use and other people don't. And my thought is that almost every trainer, almost every successful trainer that I know in the United States, come here baby, sit, uses what I would call a car-based program. To me, that means that, let me back up. I started training in California and not too very far from where Rex Carr was, and I got to spend time with him, train with him. One evening we finished training at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, and we sat in his house from right after training till 3 o'clock in the morning. We had no dinner, we had no cocktails. We talked about one subject the whole time, and that was marking. And it was fascinating to go back and forth with somebody that has devoted their life to basically one basic subject, and that's training retrievers. Just because today somebody doesn't do the wagon wheel lining drill or some other exact drill that Rex Carr did 50 years ago doesn't mean that they're not somehow a offshoot of the things that Rex Carr taught, what I'm going to say, almost all retriever trainers. Now, I'm not talking about protection dogs that use a totally reward-based training process. I'm talking about retriever training in America. Rex Carr, to me, what I think I learned, is that there were 3 main principles to his training program, and that is teach, reinforce, and practice. I think that's the whole idea of training. Now, there are variations on that. There are people that use more pressure and less pressure and different drills. I remember the first time I saw a demonstration of swim by as done by Rex Carr. It was a employee of Rex that I knew very well, lived right down the road from me, demonstrating swim by. He had waders on and long ropes, and he was walking around out in the pond dragging dogs back and forth. And that's how swim by was done then. That was many, many years ago. I am here to say that if Rex Carr was alive today and was training today, the training that he did 50 years ago would be totally different, because he was a student of the process of training retrievers. He wasn't a person that learned something one day and did it the same the rest of his life. So I think every trainer, even those that spent a lot of time with Rex Carr, even more time, way more time than I did, they have their own sort of rendition of what they think they saw Rex Carr doing. Actually, I've seen some trainers that think they're doing a car-based program that aren't even close. They're not teaching, they're not reinforcing, and they're not practicing. So they think because they do a wagon wheel lining drill, that's a car-based program. To me, it's not. It's some drill that they picked up because Rex Carr did it. A car-based program, to me, is one that teaches and reinforces and practices. And that person that does that is a student of training retrievers, not copying some drills that Rex Carr did 50 years ago. So that's, this is really a tribute to Rex Carr, because he's either the father or the grandfather, or maybe even the great-grandfather of training in the United States, and it's spreading. I mean, it's in Australia, it's in New Zealand, it's all kinds of places. And Rex Carr started it. He developed drills that would teach dogs how to do things that could later be reinforced and then later after that be practiced. He also was probably the most influential person in developing the electric collar, on and on. So I think that when you see the term car-based training program, I think you need to look into that and realize that it's not just because somebody's doing some drills that Rex Carr did. A car-based program to me is one that uses the basic principles of retriever training, which are teaching, reinforcing, and practicing. So if you're watching this anywhere besides on my blog, please go over there, look at this video on the blog, make some comments below, keep me posted, and have a great day.